Intermittent fasting has emerged as a powerful weapon against obesity, diabetes, heart issues, and many health problems. Studies also suggest that intermittent fasting may be more beneficial in the diseases related to inflammatory conditions like Alzheimer's disease, asthma, arthritis, and when fasted, the cells initiate the cellular repair process, including a process called autophagy. This is the most important process which I am going to discuss in the last part of this video. Due to this autophagy, your body utilizes the stored toxins inside your cells, and this is how your body breaks down the toxins inside your cells. It favors the longevity and youthfulness. Intermittent fasting is responsible for a longer life, leaner body, and a sharp and healthy mind. The brain is a remarkable driver. It controls millions of organs and organelles inside our body. But what if it itself gets affected? Join me on my morning walk to know about this groundbreaking study, how intermittent fasting protects your brain from age-related diseases and also from Alzheimer's and dementia. Good morning, my name is Upendra. This is Life Theoretics and you are watching my Morning Walk podcast, Morning Walkers talk on food health and longevity research. Let's walk with me. Alzheimer's is the most common form of dementia, a term used to describe a range of symptoms associated with the decline in brain function as we grow older. These symptoms include memory loss, communication difficulties, problem-solving struggles, and even personality and behavioral changes. Alzheimer's disease is an urgent global issue. The World Health Organization predicts that the number of affected individuals will triple by 2050. One major challenge is that Alzheimer's is a complex condition with no known cure. Researchers have identified key risk factors including age, genetics, lifestyle, and underlying medical condition. Obesity in particular is a major threat, causing many of the silent killers including brain diseases. In recent years, one promising area of research on age-related diseases focus on accumulation of harmful proteins in the brain. Specifically, it is amyloid beta. Amyloid beta has been a prominent subject of study. Understanding its involvement in the disease process is crucial for advancing our knowledge in developing effective strategies for diagnosis, prevention, and treatment. The accumulation of amyloid beta can lead to the formation of plaques which interfere with communication between brain cells. This disruption ultimately contributes to cognitive decline and other symptoms associated with Alzheimer's disease. Amyloid beta is normally an essential membrane protein for neural growth and repair, but it can become corrupted in later life, destroying nerve cells. This triggers the loss of thought and memory that we commonly associate with Alzheimer's. Researchers explored the potential of dietary intervention to address this challenge. It was intermittent fasting used to counteract amyloid beta accumulation in the brain and potentially protect against age-related brain cell death. In a study Published in 2021, researchers conducted experiment in mice. They showed that intermittent fasting indeed counteracts amyloid beta accumulation in the brain. These findings were further confirmed in a paper published later in May 2022. All these studies actually shed light on the potential role of dietary interventions in counteracting amyloid beta accumulation and protecting against age-related brain cell death. This research aligns with previous studies supporting the idea that intermittent fasting may be beneficial in Alzheimer's disease. Intermittent fasting may increase the efficiency of a crucial process called autophagy. The body has an inbuilt power of breaking down and recycling damaged or unnecessary cellular components, including toxic proteins. By enhancing autophagy, we can reduce the risk of amyloid beta buildup and associated brain cell death. Accumulation of toxins and other elements in our body is actually the cause of many problems, and it is believed, scientists are quite convinced that in case of age-related issues in the brain, this accumulation is actually the real cause. So the solution was the dietary intervention, and it was intermittent fasting. It is a dietary approach that involves regulating food intake by alternating period of fasting and eating. We know that there are different types of intermittent fasting, such as time restricted eating, where food is consumed with a specific time window each day, and alternate day fasting, where food is restricted every other day. I should mention here that in India, it has been a very old custom practiced all over the country in the older traditions. Now let's get back to the study. In this study, researchers investigated the effects of intermittent fasting on brain cells, both in mice and also in isolated cells with increased amyloid beta toxicity. Scientists chose mice as a model for human cells, as many of us know that their genetic similarity is there with humans, which allows us to gain valuable insights and test hypotheses before potentially conducting human studies. The researchers found that 24 to 48 hours of intermittent fasting provided protection against cell death in specific regions of mouse brain. In this experiment, the autophagy levels in the brain cells of fasted mice was increased even in the presence of high amyloid beta protein levels. These findings suggest that by enhancing autophagy, we can maintain the removal of harmful proteins in cells even as we age. It has very significant implications for protecting against age-related diseases like Alzheimer's. Intermittent fasting is a relatively simple dietary intervention with various health benefits. It's easy to incorporate into your routine and has the potential to be widely adopted as a preventive measure against the onset of age-related diseases. These exciting findings also open doors for further research into the mechanism by which intermittent fasting protects against brain cell death. Scientists can explore additional interventions that target autophagy and examine the effect of different fasting regime. There are many studies ongoing on this fasting procedure and its implications and also their outcome. in case of obesity, cardiac issues, liver problem, and many health issues, intermittent fasting is under experiment, and the results which are coming out almost every week are actually very exciting. So one can experiment, and one thing to be sure that in a recent study it has been found that there is no negative side of intermittent fasting. Of course, one should do it carefully without starving oneself, but it has no negative side, no harmful effect if it is done properly. In other videos, I will inform about other experiments, other studies where intermittent fasting is being studied for other diseases, and also its the most important benefit is that people are experimenting it for longevity, to keep youthful for a long time. Thank you for joining me today in this special segment. If you found this video meaningful, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Thank you. Have a nice day.